Hello, and welcome back to Let's Play Planescape Torment with me, BringItDon. So we did level up last episode, I just didn't catch it. Sometimes you have to exit the game and reload, and the little level up thing will pop above your head, and these will show up. So +1 intelligence gain from specialization bonus, that means we reach level 7. Then there's another specialization bonus at level 12. 1 characteristic point gained, and 1 hit point gained. Fantastic. So put it into intelligence, get that nice 20 going. And then Decon leveled up, spell memorization abilities have increased, 1 hit point, 2 hit points from constitution. Fantastic. Alright, so let's I'll put Adder's Kiss in 1. Don't have any level 4 spells yet. Yeah. Increases crit chance, and just the bless, yes. And a scripture of steel to his.
All right.
His spells.
All right.
All right. So there should be a Pharod around here somewhere. Koo Yin. Let's talk to him. You see a drab man with a perfectly moon-shaped face. He looks at you without expression and does not speak. He looks as though his voice would be as flat as a meadow. Greetings. I was hoping you could answer a few questions for me. What do you wish to know? Tell me of yourself. I once lived in a land of metal machines and doors that opened at a word. I dream of the pristine metal cities and the empty shells that are our people. I had a number and a name there, and now I have neither. Like all my kind, they're all I have. They're all I have had of my own all my life. They were stolen from me. Without them I am nothing. I request your aid. Who has your name and number?
Updated my journal.
The one who used to be Redine. She stole them from me. Offered her the shelter of my name and number. She stole them from me. They are mine lawfully and by right. Find her. She is in this village. Alright, I'll see what I can do. Answer some other questions for me. Tell me of this place. I know nothing of it. I do not know this place. I have no name. I have no number. I have no memory of this place. I am cold. I am scared. This is strange, to be so naked. I fear I will die. What do you mean? Alright, we've already talked about all that. Let's make sure I... Alright, tell me of Sigil. Okay, so he can't help me at all until maybe I...
All right.
Get his name and number back. Fist irons. Irons.
All right.
Hold on. Let's see if I can identify these areas. Ojo the Leatherhead's home. Marta the Seamstress's home. So what is this building then?
All right.
Oh, he has something to steal.
Done.
Oh,
all right.
He didn't turn hostile for stealing his 3 coppers. I guess I wouldn't either. Someone's willing to bust into my home and steal $3. I'd be like, well, I mean, I'd be upset for sure, but it wouldn't. Oh, necklace of hollow teeth.
All right.
More about that later. All right, let's go to the Sarda the Seamstress's home.
Done.
That's much larger than I was expecting. Pretty big indeed. All right, let's quick save. Make sure she doesn't get mad. I'm trying to loot her stuff.
I'm gone.
Alright, Marta, what you got? You see a blockish woman dressed in a heavy burlap robe. She lumbers about the room, her joints popping as she bends over to pick up objects from the various tables. Her hair is bound back from her head with a bone hairpin, and she has a sour, curd-faced expression. She is mumbling to herself in a sing-song voice. Greetings. The woman doesn't appear to hear you. Instead, she stumbles back to one of the long tables and begins picking at one of the corpses. Come on now. She clicks her teeth. Don't be all difficult on Marta. He's being difficult, isn't he, Marta? Yes. Yes, he is. Watch what she's doing. From what you can see, it looks like she's digging teeth out of the corpse's mouth, with only her hands and fingernails. When that doesn't work, she pulls out a splintered wooden chisel and a mallet and thwacks at the gums until the tooth snaps free, then puts it into a bag at her waist. What are you doing? Marta leaps away from the corpse startled and gives it a piercing shriek. Aig! She catches her breath, then hisses angrily at the corpse on the table. As if you were not, you might have said something earlier. False corpse, nasty corpse, yes. Haves you no shame? I'm the one who spoke, not the corpse. I'm not going to try and trick her. Marta squints and turns. Eh? How'd you get over there so fastest? She mumbles to herself. Marta, how did he do that? No glimmer, no glimmer. This gravebait's blind and near deaf. Marta's still mumbling to herself something about corpses and gratitude, which you don't quite catch. Who are you?
Updated my journal.
Marta, did this one ask who I was? Aye, he did. She starts humming. Nobody but mine. I am Marta, Marta the seamstress. Marta the seamstress. Marta the seamstress. Okay. She turns away back to the corpse, singing her name to herself. And what are you doing? Marta turns back to the corpse with a huff. I'm trying to get this Burke to give up his stitchies and his teethies. And he isn't recuperating. No. She wags her finger as if lecturing a small child. Stubborn as stone, isn't he, Marta? She pouts. Yes, he is. Stitchies and teethies. What are you talking about? Gotta pull the stitchies out. The teethies. Marta, perhaps you could give me a hand. I have been giving you a hand, old baddie. No need to take that tone with me. Pulling out the stitchies and teethies, yes. And the thingies inside. Thingies inside? I think she means organs. I hope she means organs. Thingies. Mort turns to Marta. Yes, thingies. He then turns to you. It's all semantics. Marta, why are you pulling out the corpse's teeth and stitches?
Updated my journal.
Put them aside, Marta. That's what I does here. She scratches her head. Aye, Marta, we do. Stitchy thread and teethies are precious, can be turned into jink. Strip the corpses we bring you. They tell Marta, pull out teethies, stitchies, thingies inside the corpse. Strip them cold, and then we'll sell them to the dusties. Sell the corpses to the dusties. Marta frowns. Did we not say we'd be selling them, Marta? Her frown deepens as she shakes her head. Aye, Marta, we did. Dusties buy bodies, but we take all we can at first. Who tells you to strip the corpses? Fat-faced gimme pig Quint and the other crutch hobble crutch. Pharod. Into that right, Marta. She gives a queer smile and nods. Aye, it is, Marta. What do they do with the things you dig out of the corpses? Sell for shinies. Alright, other questions. Did the one say questions, Marta? Marta blinks then frowns. Aye, Marta, he said such, for he wears the asking look on him, he does. Can I rest here? Marta nods. Marta home, Marta sleep here. You can sleep if you wants, yes. I don't think Marta have a problem. Does you, Marta? She shakes her head. No, Marta, I doesn't if you doesn't. Alright, very well. Let's rest in this crazy old kook's home. Why not? It's not like she'd mistake me for a corpse and try and take my teeth and my stitches. Alright, I'm going to follow this again, and I'm going to see if I can find the question about Pharod. Oh, hold on a second. Look for things inside the corpse. Can you dig around in my body for anything? Marta squints at you. Then nods. Marta can do that. Can't you, Marta? Yes, you can. So I missed that option earlier. I didn't even see it. I am not going to watch this. Where? Marta is studying you as if looking for the best place to crack you open. Let's try my stomach, shall we? You lie upon the table, and Marta stands over you, a rusty knife at the ready. There's a stabbing pain as she slices into your abdomen, then cuts brutally downward in a saw-like motion, exposing your innards. Despite the pain, you watch in morbid fascination as she lifts up your stomach. Your vision slowly returns, to see Marta standing over you, shaking her head. Nothing found, Marta? She shakes her head. No, nothing. Marta, no luck. Should we try again? Alright, how about my rib cage? You lie up on the table, and Marta stands over you, a chisel and mallet at the ready. There's a sharp crack as she splits your ribcage open, and you choke back your screams as she begins to fish in your lungs. As you try and grasp for air, you go numb, then black out from the pain. Your vision slowly returns to see Marta standing over you, shaking your head. Nothing found, eh, Marta? Alright, so same thing. Check the intestines. Anything could be lodged in there. You lie up on the table, and Marta stands over you, a rusty knife at the ready. There's a stabbing pain as she slices into your abdomen, then cuts brutally down. Alright, so it's similar. Yes, brutally downwards in a saw-like motion, exposing your innards. Despite the pain, you watch in silent, morbid fascination as she plunders your organs, humming to herself. Ah, there's a wrenching pain as Marta lifts up a ropey mass of your intestines, blood and other fluids streaming from it. Look at this, Marta. Look at this. I see cut there. Marta makes a small, deft incision on the side of one of the intestines, and you hear a ting as something small and metallic strikes the floor.
Updated my journal.
Marta then dumps a soupy mass back into your torso and reaches down, picks up the object. A ring. It appears, and she flicks it to you. Pretty, eh, Marta? She nods. Yes, Marta. One shouldn't swallow such a thing. No. Thanks. Was there anything else? Let's check the intestines one more. Alright, let's check the intestines one more time. Vision slowly returns to see Marta standing over you, shaking your head. Alright, nothing found. Alright, crack my skull open. You lie upon the table, and the last thing you see is Marta standing over you, chisel and mallet at the ready. There's a sharp crack, and you scream as everything goes black.
Updated my journal.
Your vision slowly returns to see Marta standing over you, so nothing was found. Okay, so what updated in my journal? I guess just this. Interesting, so what was that ring that I found? +1 to armor class. This ring looks like 3 rings that have been wrapped around each other. Just looking at it makes you dizzy. Okay, well, here you go, bud.
Done.
Well, that was a fun little... Oh yeah, someone asked about the Pharod thing. Let's go back. We got a little sidetracked. What are you doing? Alright, Pharod, where is he? Marta shrugs. Where's Pharod, that's what asks. He's here's, Marta, isn't he? She nods. Aye, Pharod is here's, Marta. One of the buildings here, he is. Okay, well, that didn't...
I'm gone.
That wasn't, probably wasn't worth it.
Done.
But I think it's always better to exhaust all your dialogue options.
I'm gone.
There's Ojo. Small candle is giving off anemic light. Alright, Ojo, what's up, man? You see a burly man with a slack jaw. The spark of intelligence is, in his eyes, little more than a brief flare. Who are you? He blinks at you. Point at him. Who are you? Ojo. Okay, Ojo, I had some questions for you. Ojo just stares. Tell me about yourself again. He shrugs. Alright, then answer some questions for me. What are you doing? Ojo talk. He stops abruptly and begins massaging his hand. Examine his hand. There's a small inflamed scab on his skin. As you watch, he peels the scab away again. What happened to your hand? Bit. Who bit you, Ojo? He looks at the wall and then looks back at you. Man in wall. There's a man in the wall? He looks at the wall and then looks back at you. What does the man in the wall say? Tells about Crying Stone Place. Tell stories. I tell stories too. Stories about what? He looks at the wall and falls silent. Alright, then, I'll tell you about the man in the wall again. He looks at the wall and then looks back at you. What does the man in the wall look like? Small, red eyes, hairy. He sounds like a rat. He nods. Alright, some other questions about the man in the wall. What wall is he in? He points at a wall. You notice a small hole in it. Upon closer examination, you see that the hole is ragged, as if it had been chewed out by a rat. This looks like it was chewed by a rat. He nods. Okay. Tell me about the people of this village. Who? Marta. Scary witch. Alright. Pharod. Pharod. Okay. Gris? His eyes narrow suddenly. Dead. I don't know who Gris is. Is this spoiling anything for me? How do you know he's dead? Man in wall told me. What did he tell you? Gris dead. Where is Gris? In Crying Place. What's the Weeping Stone Catacombs, and how do I know about it? Do you mean the Weeping Stone Catacombs? He nods. Okay. People of the village. Quint. Okay. Tell me about the catacombs. Not talk strangers. He looks away from you, rubbing his hand. Tell me about the buried village. Not talk strangers. He looks away from you, rubbing his hand. Okay.
I'm gone.
I wonder if I could do anything with the man in the wall, but I don't see anything to interact with. All I see is an exit. Okay. Well, that was exciting.
All right.
Alright, so I can go up this way. Quint's shop. Oh, cool. Alright, quick save, see if I can steal from him without getting in trouble. Alright, you see a short, fat-faced man who is covered in filth and grime. He smells bad and his teeth are rotten. He wheezes as he looks you up and down and says, I'm Quinn. You knew? Who wants to know? He just said he's Quint. Yes. He looks at you suspiciously. You selling or trading, huh? Yes. His eyes narrow even further. Dealing, huh? With me? Or everybody, Burke? Which? With you. Just me. Me, huh? Yes, just with you. That's so. Let's deal. Alright. Anything you're interested in? Anything interesting. He smiles. You were looking for something? Let's see what you've got. Okay. You can have... You can't identify anything, so that's... sucks. Is this any better? No. Better base damage. I think mine's currently 1 to 6. Angleless eye. At first glance, this glass eye seems a poor placement for a real one. However, when it's turned into an empty eye socket facing inwards, its power awakens. So you get +1 armor class, -1 armor class versus crushing attacks. Divine Censored. When lit, the sensor has the power to entice the soul back of the recently departed. That's not bad. Alright, it doesn't really have anything that I want, but I can sell that and this. Club of Nettles, I'll be using that. That's it for now.
What's up?
Is there anything else I can say? Tell me about yourself again. Quinn, sell and buy, get it all. You want? Or you want maybe a job for me? What sort of job? Gris. Gris the Vulture called him. Left a fortnight ago this past few peaks. Nobody's seen him or hear him since. Catacombs probably got him. Lots of things in dark places down there. Not fortunate that Gris be in the dead book. Good collector. Black heart. Got sharp nose for new crypts. Also got something of mine. Find him and get it back and you get paid. Give you jink and deal on junk. Show him the charm you found by Marta's house. Oh, this thing?
Updated my journal.
You pass the object to him. and he caresses it, looking it over carefully for nicks and scratches. Done your part. I do mine. He passes you a bag that jingles heavily with coin. We be quits now. You need anything, talk to Quinn. He turns away from you, wrapped in his acquisition. Alright, so I get a discount now. At least that's what he said. This is the same price, so maybe I didn't get a discount. So I lost that necklace that I had. I didn't identify. Yeah. Well, that's lame. And, oh, that's right, he can learn new spells as well, so let's have him do this, because right now all he knows is Zerthamon spells. Let's see if we can sell those daggers real quick. Yeah, it's probably not worth picking up those weapons anymore. Alright, questions. Tell me about this place. This, huh? The village? The Davis paved it over one day, long ago. Forget about it. Collectors dig it out while looking for Jink in the Rag Mountains. Me, I stumble across while dealing with the collectors. He wiggles his eyebrows. Good place to make some Jink. Dead's good money, or dead's good for business. Tell me about some of the other people here. Like who? Pharod. Old Stuttercrutch, huh? He set up this place. He lorded the lane. He set me up. We deal. Alright, others. Anna. Pharod's prize. She does dangerous jobs. Clever one. Sharp tongue. He rubs his head as if remembering some previous wound. Stay away. Alright, tell me about the others. Marta. Marta I want to steer clear of. Barmy seamstress. She picks all the teeth and corpse thread and bits out of the bodies. Gives it to me. I peddle the crap up above for other stuff. Okay. Ojo. Touched. Good for not much. Okay, well.
Done.
So Anna is down here, according to him. So that's probably Pharod's court. I'm a little disappointed in the Leg of Bone Club. Alright. Well, it's the first time we've seen it. Let's talk to Uhir here. The sour-faced, middle-aged man starts when you approach him and reaches for his belt. Finding no weapon there, he simply backs away from you. You can see that beneath his collector's robes, his lower legs and forearms are swathed in filth-encrusted bandages. What you want? Just the answers to some questions. He nods but says nothing. Who are you? Name's Uhir, so it is. He spits. As if it mattered down here. Alright, I had some other questions for you. What are you doing? Waiting for my wounds to heal up so as I can make another run down below. I sells the stuff I find down there. Down below. He nods his head. Down in the catacombs where all the deaders is. Say, you going down there anytime? Perhaps. Why? Because I lost my lucky knife. He grunts angrily, stomping his foot. He's been with me for years, right here. He points to an empty sheath on his belt. So what happened to it? I was poking about in the catacombs below and ran smack into a ghoul. Must have been a straggler, because there's usually more than one. He bit at me face, so I covered up with my arms and stabbed it in the eyes. It dropped and bit at me leg for a while before I shake the piker off and made it back up here. Quite a story. I'll bring back your knife if I see it down there.
Updated my journal.
Would you? I'd be grateful, so I would. It's got my name carved into the handle. I'm glad to help. Before I go, let me ask some questions. You covered in bandages. What happened to you? Okay. Well, I got bit up by... Oh my goodness. Well, I got bit up a bit by a ghoul down below while I was looking about for stuff to sell off. Alright, so we already know what down below is. Don't know what this place is, though. Cranium Rats, ho!
I'm gone.
Alright, there's not enough here to cast spells, it seems. It's an interesting enemy, though, because the more there are, the harder they get, but not just in the sense of...
Damn. Done.
Like, they just get harder because there's more numbers, but they actually get stronger as a unit, which is cool.
All right.
I don't think I've seen any other games that had a mechanic like that.
All right.
Oh, nothing in the chest either. That's lame.
I'm gone. Done.
Alright, so it doesn't have a label.
I'm gone. I'm gone. Done. All right. All right.
Yeah. Sure, why not?
Nope.
Huh?
Why don't you run away from me?
Oh, you alley-bred dog. What? Keep the twigs of candy with me.
Oh, he actually resisted the litany of curses.
Got a
Some
face
thug on the
his
street.
sledgehammer gloves, and has
All right.
I have no idea if my intestines will ever be useful. But I will hold on to him for now. Alright, so weapons back into his inventory. Looks like I don't think this cobblestone's ever going to be useful. I'm going to keep holding on to it, though.
All right.
There's Ezra Dean. What do we know about her? You see a woman with a lined face and drab clothing. Her eyes are far away, and there seems to be a new vitality rising up under her skin, as if she'd been given a new life. There's a pattern tattoo around her neck. She starts when you speak to her. What do you want? I just want to ask you some questions. Mayhap I got answers for you, and mayhap I don't. Now tell me about yourself. Me? I got 2 names now, and I'll show you only one. Don't want you stealing the new one. You can call me Radine, pet, and I'll hold this other name tight to myself, I will. Okay, yeah, she's the one that took the guy's number and stuff. The man who that name used to belong to wants his name and number back. He's dying without them. Her voice grows shrill. Well, he can't have them. He offered them to me, and I kept them. He never said nothing about no loan of them, and he never said he needed them back. He ain't getting them. You can go tell him so. He really needs a name. You can tell him he can have mine. The name's Radine. Should be good enough for anyone. If it wasn't good enough for you, why should it suffice for him? It's a world of difference between growing up in a name and having someone else's, dearie. A new attitude behind an old name can change it all. See what I've done with this one? I'll talk to him about it. First, answer some questions for me. Tell me about this place. The Buried Village? Nice enough place, I suppose, if you don't mind the stench of corpses being torn open, garbage heaped on the roof, and the constant scurrying of rats around here. Much colder with only a name and no number to protect you, that's for sure. Now tell me about the number. The squirmy thing? It's an identifying number. It's my number, gave to me by a kind man who saw me cold without the protection of numbers to back me up. Now I got it, and I'm happier than I ever been before. Interesting. How does it work? Safety in numbers, and with safety comes warmth, and with warmth comes comfort. Numbers can do it all for you, dearie, as long as you respect their power. Okay. Tell me about that tattoo. Okay, so the tattoo on her neck is the number. Alright, so I gotta go talk to that guy about taking Radine's name, which is not really how I wanted to approach the situation, but we'll see. Have you located the woman with my name and number? She'll tell you she won the name from me, but she did not. She stole it. I require my name and number. She's in the village somewhere. I have. She doesn't want to give it up. He pales for a moment. She must. They are mine. She stole them from me. I request your assistance. You're getting it. I require assistance. Any assistance you give me will be remembered with gratitude. Please help. We start with you answering some questions for me. Alright, so we'll go back and talk to her again. She looks blankly as you return, and then shakes herself out of her daze. As she does, the tattoo around her neck squirms. You again, Cutter. I tell you I won't give the name and number back. Tell you what, using this name and numbers increased me fortunes. I'll pay good money for it, and he can buy himself a nice new one. How's that? How much are you willing to give? How about a nice 20 coins? That should tide the wee deer over till he can get a new set. Be a deer and go ask him if that's what he wants for it. How about if I buy it from you? She looks at you as if you're mad. Are you totally barmy? Of course I won't sell me name. Why not? Because it's me name, Burke. You don't sell your name. Fine, I'll go check with them. Alright, let's see if I can sell it for 20 coins, which really doesn't seem like an appropriate amount of money, but we don't know how hard their lives are. The despondent man looks up to you, a glimmer of hope in his eyes, yet he speaks as emotionlessly as ever. Has she given you my name and number? She has offered money, has she not? I cannot live. Money means nothing without a name. Give me my name. Has she given it? His eyes crawl across your face, watching intently. No, not yet. She has offered money for them. No money can buy a name. No amount can buy a number. Coin is scant consolation for identity. Surely you can understand. Yes, I can. I'll see what I can do.
I'm gone.
Or I'll do what I can. I'm not sure exactly what the sentence said. Her face crumples as she sees you again. He has refused again, hasn't he? And sure, you've come to take back what's rightfully mine. Rightfully yours. You have no right to that name and number. You stole it. I suppose you're right. I've been a bad person. Sure I have. And I can't keep this. Here. She peels a rippling tattoo from around her neck and hands it to you. She shivers as she does so, and you can tell him his name now. He was and will be Koo Yin. Now let me go. Alright, well, here's some jink for your trouble. Buy something to keep you warm. My thanks, Cutter. She pockets the money, looking more drab by the moment as the magic of the tattoo leaves her. It'll be best for me to be leaving here then, and with the aid of the jink you gave me, mayhap we'll meet again under happier circumstances for the both of us. Yeah, don't steal any more names for Dean. Farewell. There you go. She's in a rough spot, and I can understand that. Doesn't mean what she did was right, but she did come around. Alright, we've already read all this. Yes, she has. May I have them? Yes, your name is Koo Yin. Take your number. I thank you for my name and number. Yes, Koo Yin. Yes, but no. I now realize I no longer require a number here. I'll find myself a new number if necessary. I'll give you my old number. It can help you. It is a mantle of law. It is protection. Do you accept it? Yeah. Let it warm you. Trust in it. It will protect you. Farewell. He turns and begins to walk away from you.
Updated
questions?
my journal.
Tell me about yourself. I am Koo Yin. I came here by accident. Now that I am here, I intend to learn more. I must know more. Okay. What are you doing? Preparing to face this new world with my old identity. Now that I know there are hidden pitfalls, I intend to discover what I can. I am ready now. Okay. So I got number of Koo Yin. This is a tattoo of a number, an intricate weaving of ink and flesh. It squirms when held as if it sought out a host. It is the number of Koo Yin, a personal identifier that radiates law. When applied, the tattoo works itself into the skin of its owner, protecting it against the depredations of strong chaotic creatures. It cannot be used by someone of chaotic alignment. Okay. Sure. Alright, now is there anywhere I haven't been yet? They've cleared out everything except for down here,
Done.
which probably leads to the catacombs they were talking about. Bar. You see a massive human dressed in cast-off patchwork clothing and reeking of old ale. He is truly huge. It's obvious he was chosen for this job for his brawn, not his brains. What do you want? What lies beyond the gate? The guard looks at you for a moment and sneers. Your mother's bedchambers. We got to keep the gate down because the traffic was getting to be too much, you know? He roars with laughter. Pike off before you join the deaders down below. Alright, some more questions. Who are you? None of your darn business, frankly. Pike off. What are you doing? What's it look like I'm doing? Washing your underclothes? Get out of here, you stupid Burke. It identified him in his description as being, you know, he didn't get the position because of his brains, but he's pretty witty. I'd like to go down there. The guard glances at you, then shakes his head. Yeah, we're all just begging to go down there. Look, you definitely ain't from around here. Pike off.
I'm gone.
Alright, let's go visit Pharod. By that, I mean next time. So I'm going to call it here. Alright, so next episode we'll go see Pharod, who's probably going to give us a quest to go to the catacombs, which is fine, because we have a couple of quests. Just one quest to go down there so far. Anyway, thanks for watching, and hope to see y'all in the next episode.